with the punches though. I know, I dealt with it. I deal with it so much, so I don't worry about it.
All right. All right. I'm sorry. I know we got you now for like 22 minutes.
You
So
good, you good.
you can start all over and introduce yourself, the trucker's auditor.
Sure. So I am Laura West, and I am the trucker's auditor. I am an auditor by profession. I have a master's degree in accounting. I'm still a full-time auditor. I still work my full-time job as an auditor. I am trying to, I am not trying, I am growing my business so I can be a full-time entrepreneur. So I have 5 children, so I have to strategically get there. So I'm just trying to take it slow. But yes, I am in compliance. I love reading about laws and regulations and things like that because I have done that for the last 15 years. So I just appreciate being able to interpret information and make it a little easier for drivers to understand as one of the services I provide.
Okay. So how did you get into it? Like, what made you like jump into that? Were you like doing trucking first? Were you dispatching or?
So I started off dispatching, and I wanted to kind of just get into the trucking industry, and I was told, can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah. You hear?
But I do hear background feed from her side.
For mine, okay. Or my headphones. Let's see. If I get one of these kids to bring me some headphones. Hold on.
Little echo.
Yeah, he said a little echo.
All right, I tried to mute it while I try to yell at these kids to bring me some headphones. So I'm sorry if it's an echo. I don't know.
No, it's okay. The devil trying to stop us, man, but we got to keep on going.
That's it. So I started off dispatching. I wanted to get into the industry, and I was told that dispatching was the least cost, the easiest entry method. With me still working full time, dispatching just did not work for me. I took a month off of my job, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give this my full. But because I like to go, and I've been on my job for so long, and I can just kind of go and come as I please, I felt really constrained being a dispatcher, and I was like, oh God, please don't call me and tell me where you are anymore. Please don't. Like, I don't. It was really kind of, and then because I am an overachiever, if you will, so I never could turn it off. So I was like, okay, we ought to always find the next. So I felt a little stressed when I was doing it. And I was like, I don't want to do this every day and feel like this. So I transitioned over into the compliance part because setting up authorities and working on policies and procedures and things like that aren't such a quick turnaround. I can take maybe 2 days to work on that once I've done other things. So it allows me to work around a more flexible schedule than the dispatching did.
Yo, you know what you
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 just
really
basically told our life story.
you spoke. Oh my God! Because what you just said right there, we experiencing right now.
That's why I said I take my hat off to dispatchers. I'm sorry, I need to turn this heater off. It was cold outside, but it's not cold in here.
and I'm gonna say this because we got to get back to you. And I'm slowly want to transition and probably like doing trailers. And I know Ebony want to do something else because not to say dispatching is bad, but what you said is stressful every day. So I'm gonna let you continue though. From there, you pretty much from dispatching, you took it to doing compliance because it was less stressful and you can kind of like have an easy road, so to speak. What
It fit my
Go ahead.
schedule more.
Okay. So did you take a course? How did you go further?
I did. I actually took a course. I took Latasha McNair, L&J Enterprise. So I'm a researcher. So I wish I was in my other room, but I've got notebooks of just research and just information. But yes, I did take a compliance course from Latasha McNair. And
Uh-huh.
then from there, I just began to embrace myself and just reading material. And JJ Keller is a good resource. I have paid resources. I'm a part of the trucking cheat code. So just trying to surround myself with as many professional trucking resources as possible. Um, And like I said, I try to read something every day. I get landline magazines. I get the compliance. There's 3 or 4 magazines that I probably get a month, and I just take my time and I sit and I read those things just to make sure I can stay up to date and relevant with information.
Question. So, what's those magazines again? Because I think dispatchers out there, as well as myself, would like to know different books or different things that we can read that can keep us up to date.
The Landline magazine, that's one of
Land.
Landline. Let me grab one. Hold on 1 second. And then I use JJ Keller. Can y'all, are the microphones better? Does that make it any better? Or I don't know if it helped. No. Sorry. Landline.
Okay.
I'm gonna mute mine and see if it's still an echo. Just a second.
I can't hear you, but let's see if you still hear the echo. I don't know if you still hear it.
You still hear the echo, Ebony?
I don't know. I can't even.
It's cool, but just trying to immerse myself in as much information as I can. I got these manuals and things like that, and transportation safety alerts. So look how thick
Okay.
this is. So in my spare time, I read news articles. I subscribe to a lot of emails. I research the FMCSA's website and the CBSA, all the resources that I can to make sure that I'm staying relevant.
Okay. Man, that echo is killing me. Nah, okay. So I definitely want some of those down because I definitely want to research some of those myself or not, and also for other dispatchers. So tell us a question that I have as far as the new entrant. I think I pronounced it correctly, and I should know how to pronounce it since I got driving. But is it a way to get that inspected early, or do you have to wait a whole year to
Oh,
get that inspected?
no. For the FMCSA new entrant audit,
Yeah,
they reach out to you. You don't initiate that in any type of way. So they begin to reach out to you around your 11th or 12th month. They'll send you an email or a letter.
can you get it early? My question. Do it in 6? There's no way. Huh?
Is feeding back, so I didn't really hear your question. I hate that because I hear the feedback now. I don't know what it is.
Uh, okay, I'm gonna try it one more time. I'm gonna have to make a decision to probably might have to wait or whatnot. My question to you is, can you pretty much get it earlier? Or do you have to wait that a whole year?
You have to wait until they contact you.
Okay, that question was for me because I know you pretty much have. I always heard you have to pretty much wait. I was wondering if you could like earlier. Can
No.
you hear me?
Yeah, you can't. There's no way for you to initiate that. They reach out to you for that. You hear the feedback too. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, as much as I definitely want to continue, it's making everything kind of bad, and it's gonna be a bad recording. So, is it? Can we invite? I don't know how your schedule is. Can we invite you on next week when we have everything like perfect?
Sure. Do you want me to try it? I don't know if it's for mine or mine. Like, if you want me to try to go on mine and see if it's any different, just to try something different. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know.
I
Or
know
do you
you
have to
said
record from yours?
no. I don't have to record for mine. Let's
I mean, I can go on mine and see if we're getting the same feedback.
Okay. Because if not, then we'll just probably like call it. Because I don't want to keep, I want to pretty much the message get out.
Understood.
All right.
All right. Sound pretty good over here.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Oh, so it was me then. Okay. Ah. All right.
So, Miss Laura.
Yes.
So since you told us how you got into the auditing space with compliance and things of that nature, I definitely would like to ask, um, when it comes to safety audit and compliance reviews, who all does it? Who all be involved in that particular audit and reviews?
All right, hold on one second. So your safety audit, so hold on. And y'all can hear me okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
All
it's
right, so
great.
your FMCSA safety audit, you're usually contacted by a particular auditor, just your designated auditor. They'll reach out to you and say, hey, it's time for your audit. You provide the information back and forth with them. Where you upload it to the FMCSA, the portal where you upload your new entrant information, and you interact back and forth with that auditor for that particular audit. For other audits for safety, you go through your weigh stations. Those audits are done by that particular person. So I'm not sure if that answered your question or what, but I know the FMCSA new entrant audit, you get an assigned auditor to review your material. And then inspections are just done through whoever stops you, your roadside inspections or going through your weigh station, whoever you may encounter at that point.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know
Yeah,
why.
I was trying to be like more in depth with it, like, you know what I'm saying, who's all involved as far as different parties. Like, I know when you go through the weigh station or you get pulled over by a DOT person, of course, whoever, if you're not the owner of that particular truck, you have a driver in that truck. They have to go through the audit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The safety audit when the DOT pulled them over. So I wanted to kind of go a little broader, but that's fine because I know some, like a lot of people hire new CDL licensed drivers, and a lot of them don't know, what you all gotta experience when you getting pulled over by DOT, and if it's their first time on a, you know what I'm saying, road or whatever the case is.
Okay, so for that, that's more up to the motor carrier to put those processes in place so they can train their drivers to know what to expect when they are encountering those situations. And of course, they should have a binder in their truck where everything is already there so the driver has all the stuff that they need when they are audited or ever stopped. So, as long as that motor carrier has those processes in place, so whenever they have drivers coming on or off, new drivers, old drivers, everybody's familiar with, okay, this is here, this is where the information is, this is what we need to do.
Okay.
Did that answer your question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, for some odd reason, I know somebody told me I can get that inspection earlier. That's the only reason I asked that question. So, I don't want to make it seem like I'm on here. I guess it does seem like I'm slow, but
No, because they're trying to get away from that. So I've heard different things, and I've researched and I've asked different questions. So ideally, they don't want you requesting an audit. They want to be able to stop you at any time. They don't want you reaching out to them when you're ready and your records are, clean. So ideally, it's to get you not get you, but to just check you on some random basis to where you're not all perfectly prepared for the audit.
And that makes total sense. You get what I'm saying? Because why would you request? Then you'll know that I know I gotta be spot on with everything.
Trying to request so I can get loads. Because I know like certain loads you can't get unless you have that. So that's the only reason I was wondering, is there a way around it so I can start getting loads? Because certain loads pay more money, like Axle Logistics. They pay way more money than a TQL if you have that if you have an inspection on your record.
So for your FMCSA new entrant audit, you cannot initiate that. Now you can go into a weigh station and ask them to give you an inspection when you go if they're not already doing it, and they have the option to say yes or no. But your FMCSA new entrant, you can't initiate that.
Okay. All right. Well, let me stop praying at night for it then, because we can't get it. All right. So tell I guess dispatchers something that we should probably. Would you suggest all dispatchers to take maybe a course in this, or should we read a book up on this, or what would you like when you was dispatching? What would you probably like looking back tell somebody to get their game up? Because I'm not to lie, I don't have as much knowledge as far as compliance, which I want to have a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my drivers, what would you tell me or tell yourself back then when you was dispatching?
I would immerse myself with hours of service. So I really didn't understand the importance of knowing hours of service as a dispatcher when I was dispatching because I just didn't know. So
Yeah.
just truly understanding hours of service. And there's a lot of free resources out there that the FMCSA has as far as guides on hours of service and just the laws and things like that, checklists. Driver qualification files, just being an asset in any way that you can as a dispatcher, trying to just be in that service, reserving parking spots, just doing little small things that you realize it takes the driver's time that you can just pick up and do, encouraging them to track their fuel receipts and that more frequently and more regularly, so when they have their IFTA filings or quarterly filings, nobody's having to do a bunch of work. So just small things that you could probably pick up on just to earn some extra money and help a driver to kind of stay managed.
All right. So would you say like a dispatcher should take like a course in that?
Oh, that's what you were asking me. So the courses that I've encountered, they're a little expensive. So honestly, you kind of learn this stuff just by reading and researching and reading and researching. So yeah, so L&J Enterprise, they have she has a great course. It's a little pricey, but it's worth it. So there are compliance courses out there. So yes, I don't shun any type of education. I still try to take whatever I can to learn more. But just researching, just trying to figure it out on your own. And then when you encounter it, you're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I know this is right because I remember reading this, or just having some type of background knowledge to where nobody can just tell you whatever.
No. Okay.
So that's why every time we get on the live, I definitely stress safety and service hours, and as a dispatcher, for them to get their carriers ELD logins, because it's very important. You need to understand it. You get what I'm saying? You need to know what you're looking at when you logging into that ELD system. You get what I'm saying? Because some drivers, when the owner hires a driver, some of them really don't understand it. So you need to be able to understand it, to break it down to them so they can know, hey, you only got 38 more hours to go, for off your 70-hour week. You get what I'm saying? You will see when they log if they got a violation, different things of that nature. It's going to tell you so much details when you have that ELD system, where if they driving, just like for instance, I got a truck on the road and I got an ELD system in there, I could tell when somebody do a hard break. You get what I'm saying? So it's very important, and like I tell my mentees, all money ain't good money. If they can't provide you the certain things that you need, then maybe that driver is not for you. Because at the end of the day, when I do a consultation, I tell the driver, I want to get you back home the way you left. Safety is everything for me.
That's it.
And I don't work with people that don't have an ELD system.
And that's good. I think
it's law now, but you got some people out here, unplugging their ELD system, trying to bypass shit.
Most definitely.
I know all about that. I'm not gonna say anything on the live to incriminate myself. But anyway, she might tell them. No, I'm joking. So getting ready for your I guess for that that audit. I know they should probably like start as soon as they start driving. But when should I guess they really start like having things in place, like taking the drug test and all that other stuff, like
before they start driving?
Because you have some drivers out here that have taken the drug test literally like 6 months. I ran into somebody that took it like probably like on the 10th month.
So, yes, I've seen it. So,
That's why I asked that question, because there's a lot of people out there who do it wrong. So I'm asking these questions for me and for dispatchers and truckers out there, because it's tons of people who don't know it. So just know that's what I'm definitely asking.
No, I get it. Your driver qualification file is supposed to be completed 30 days after you're hired. You're supposed to have your your employment, your application, your prior employment history check, all that kind of stuff. So then it kind of comes down to what kind of auditor you get now. So audits, audits are just the look of the draw, but everybody gets the audit. I am an auditor by nature, by law. I've been taught to audit, so I look at dates and names and times. So people probably would not want me to be their auditor, because I'm gonna be like, look, you just took this test yesterday. So it's more about the auditor and who you get to review. But technically, you have the driver qualification file is supposed to be complete within 30 days of that driver being hired. That means all 15 things on the list are supposed to be completed before that 30-day period is up.
So if they don't do it, what happens, and what fines or
several fines? Like, I don't know if there's a post I don't know if y'all follow me on TikTok, but I've got a post where it talks about fines for different companies. You can be charged 20, 30. It all depends on who's looking at your stuff, who is reviewing it. But I've seen people charge $8,000 for not having a drug program. I've seen there's different, like, the fees are crazy. They can charge you for each occurrence. So you got 5 drivers and it's all happening for all 5 of them. So you got 5 times 5,000. Now you got a $25,000 fine. So the fines do get pretty hefty when they do impose them. Yes.
So some drivers just got lucky then, pretty much.
Because it's so many of them, you can't catch. I mean, it's just their systems aren't centralized. So whenever you have information, it's all over the place. It's harder to pin it down and track it down to, So because all the systems don't talk to each other, people are allowed to kind of get away with stuff just because those connections aren't there.
Okay. So this is something that pretty much when dispatchers are doing an onboarding call, like asking how much do you want to make, how much, where do you want to travel, we also need to be asking these questions as well, pretty much.
I would institute like you said, some type of safety check, some type of, sorry, I'm being interrupted by the bee. But yes, I would institute some type of.
I could have a little shih tzu or something over there.
Yes, she's not little. She's like 90 pounds.
No, I thought you probably would have something like that, but go ahead. I thought you had a small dog or something. I didn't know you'd have a big dog.
I have a big dog. Yeah. So so dispatchers can do a checklist for a driver to help just stay on track. I think that was the question. I kind of got a little distracted by the dog bothering me.
No, it's all right. It's okay.
What other questions you got for me?
That basically what Kara's just asked. That's basically like some implements that I already do, because I even if an owner is putting somebody else in their truck, I don't care if you got 25 years of experience, I'm still gonna talk to you when you onboarding with one of my owners. I'm still going to talk to the driver. I still want to talk to the driver, make sure he understands his safety hours of service, his personal convenience time, all those things that I do have in place. And I also email them a PDF and make them email me back to make sure they understand, because I always say reading is fundamental. Now, my question to you, Miss Laura, is how far back does DOT check your ELD logs?
You're supposed to have at least 6 months. I want to say 6 months. I have to look and see exactly that you're supposed to keep for the ELD, because there's a record retention policy for every piece of documentation that there is. But I will look into that for you and let you. I don't have my pen right here. What you have to do? So I can give you an exact answer. I will look into that and let you know. I want to say 6 months, but let me verify that.
I've heard 6 months, but I don't know if it's true too.
Yeah, I will get back with you on that. I like making sure I tell people the right stuff. So I have
Okay,
my
that's
book right
fine.
here
And
now.
I can always, once you get back with me, I can always relay the message.
Okay.
Because I'm all about, safety and compliance when I'm running your truck. Some stuff I just don't tolerate, because it's you putting your life in danger and you putting other people's life in danger. Like you're driving a big tool. You get what I'm saying? And it's very important that, you stay within the safety and compliance when you out on that road.
And so remind your drivers, send them newsletters, send them, when I was doing the dispatch, I would send a monthly newsletter, but just simple reminders, do simple texts, this can cost you 10 points if you do this, I guess that education and reinforcement is very important. Just like you said, a lot of people don't know, a lot of drivers don't know, just because they don't make that information just so out there and plain and clear. But yeah, just constant communication always helps with the drivers.
And so that's why we always preach mentorship. Grab you somebody that's gonna help you, guide you down that road, and make sure you are doing things correctly. So, I'm big on mentorship. I'm always investing in myself as well as carriers, because these are things I'm just not about getting some money. This is somebody's life and somebody's livelihood. As well as mine, because I'm a full entrepreneur as well as carers.
Understood.
How much more time we got with you?
Keep going. You can keep going.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to make sure you had to roll out. So tell us, the next 5 years. We know what you're doing right now, dispatching to compliance. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, or where you want to be?
Oh, I love that. So I'm a part of the Atlanta Black Chamber of Commerce. That's a very powerful organization to be a part of. They have weekly meetings, weekly Zoom meetings where they have over 100 people. I'm going there, but they have over 100 people on the call, and he always has a wonderful resource about ways that Black businesses can grow, and they're all about what can we do to make sure you're not going to fail. They have so many free services and things like that. They help you create business plans, and they've got this Shopify effort. They've got this TikTok. They've got so many things that's just to make sure that Black businesses are successful. So I say that to say, I see myself being a successful entrepreneur in the next 5 years. I see myself having a business, having an office, having employees, 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, just because I want to continue to provide the services that I provide, because a lot of people charge a lot of money for the services that I charge for, that I provide. And I like providing services at a value, because I know there are lots of costs that you're already, insurance is crazy and fuel. So I pride myself in providing quality services at a quality price, because it's just a lot of other expenses going on. So I see myself having a larger business with more employees, and just being having a larger presence, a bigger brand, just out there, just really being a full-time entrepreneur.
Okay.
Okay, manifest that, baby. Manifest that. Put that in the air right there.
Yes.
I'm all about supporting, business, especially women, because men think we on the low total pole, but we coming up, baby. We out there, like I tell girls all the time, women drive better than some of these men.
Oh, most definitely.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
My sister's a female, and she like 56 or something like that, and kill all my male drivers. They whine and cry, and she's like the only one that's a trooper. I got this 56-year-old that's out here driving, would do any and everything, and y'all are crying. So I will say that for y'all. I'll give y'all that one. I ain't gonna give y'all the other stuff.
We'll take that, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know if that question is for me. What type of services do I provide? If that's for me,
Yeah, that's
okay,
for you.
okay,
I'm thinking.
okay.
Yeah.
So I do motor carrier authority setups. I do broker setups. I do corrective action plans. If you've gone out of service, I help you write your documentation to get back in service. I do customized policies and procedures. I help you set up your IFTA account when you get your truck going. I help you get your tags. I do your quarterly IFTA filings. I do your UCR updates. I can pull MVRs. I can pull data. I'm sorry, background checks, DOT background checks. I have a drug and alcohol partner. I try to do everything, y'all, because I've got 5 children and I want to still enjoy life and not try to master and do everything. So I don't really want to know how to do everything because it's really stretching it. So I do have a drug and alcohol partner. So I partner with them. I pass all my drug and alcohol people over to, hey, y'all take care of them. And that's about it. Like I said, compliance and setting up authorities is what I pride myself in, just making sure people are aware of the expectations and what's expected of them so no, I'm not. I partner with Dependable Screening Solutions. So she is my third party administrator that I send people to. So if you are in need of a third party administrator, yes, I have somebody for you. But that's it.
Question. So when you got this, you jumped from dispatching to what you do now. How long did it take you to start, like, just building? What was the first one you tell us what again? Because it was choppy. The first one you did, and then you was like, all right, let me do this one, and that one. If that question makes sense. the first when you stopped dispatching, what was the thing that you jumped into, and
Okay.
then
Oh.
get to where you are like right now?
Okay.
Like, you get pretty much everything.
Okay, so no, I'm not a certified public accountant. Those are for smart people. I'm not that smart, but no, I take my hat off to CPAs. No, I'm not. Um, I started with setting up authorities. I just started with setting up authorities. Then I added on doing IFTA and IRP. IFTA and IRP are unique because they're different for every state. Some states are antiquated, like North Carolina, where you're still filling out paper forms and mailing them in. Some states require you to just go into the office to set it up. They don't allow you, you can't mail us nothing, you can't fax us nothing, you got to bring this stuff in. Some states are set up where you can set up everything online. You can either email it or fax it or send it in. Georgia, you don't have to go into the office. You can set it up online. So just trying to make sure you understand the state specific things for each state when you're handling somebody's business. So that takes longer to learn because it's not the same for everything. So starting with the authorities, and then I picked up doing IFTA and IRP gradually by states. So
I think dispatching is easier.
no. Dispatching, it depends on what you want to do with your day. So I didn't like being confined like that. I need to be, I guess you got your phone and whatever, but I don't like talking that much. I'm not a talker, and I don't like just the whole interaction of having to just deal with the brokers and do that whole thing. It's very exhausting to me just to kind of keep doing that. But it's just because I don't like to talk that much. Like, and that's it.
I'm making a joke, but no, I feel you. What I guess, yeah, I feel you. No, that's dope. That you pretty much built it from dispatching to where you are now. I like that.
And it allows me to work on a different time frame. So with dispatching, the hours you're working. With doing this stuff that I do, I can go and set up somebody's authority, which I need to do when I get off this call, but I'm not because I'm tired. I'm going to bed. So it just allows me to work at a time where I can do it. It's just not, I need you to do this. It was just, and like I said, I just couldn't turn it off. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. We got to work for tomorrow. Like, we got to find something for the next. So I just had to keep going, and it just like I can't do this because and then I had I didn't have semis. I had a cargo van and a cargo van and a Sprinter van with my first few. So I was on that thing. I just felt so defeated at the end of the day, and it just was like I don't want to feel like this.
That's why.
That's why.
The wrong equipment.
Yeah, and I was starting off. Yep, there you go. So not being selective starting off is something a dispatcher should be aware of. So I was like, okay. Yeah, so just kind of telling, okay, as a dispatcher, you don't want to take on more than 5 or 6. You don't want to take on this type. Be selective if you have that ability to. Immerse yourself in this one, so people come running to you for hot shots or for.
And so that's what we try to teach our mentees, right? um, find that one equipment, right? Because I took a course, I took Ali's Good Energy course, right? For dispatching, even though I came from logistics side of 20 years from a corporate side, but Ali's Good Energy course just was based off 18 wheelers. I still had to do more research on hot shots and, you know, pay for more education to do hot shots. And so that's how I became into the hot shot game. And I tell you, like, hot shot game is not for the weak.
Oh,
It's difficult, you know. And you know, if you don't get that down to the math and know how to strategically plan your driver, you're not gonna win in this game. And as well as it takes a lot of patience. Just like with those reefer trailers, you gotta have patience with hot shots.
most definitely. Yeah, I got one now. You want to dispatch for?
I sure can. You can send them right on over here.
Oh, I got you.
Yes,
most definitely. As soon as I hang up, I will be passing the information over to you.
Yes, and like one of a mentee that I do follow, like he stated yesterday, and I shared his post. You know, it don't be the dispatcher most of the time. You just have the wrong fucking equipment. You get what I'm saying? But they have in their mind that they want to make so much money, but you can't only scale this much. And see, I do have a lot of non-CDL hot shots where I feel where B Logistics coming from when he say he charged from 10 to 15%. And I keep saying that I'm going up on my rates because a lot of them don't understand what I go through, you know. And then I ask people, do you have patience? Because if you don't have patience, this is not the industry you need to be in. So, yeah.
I understand. Yeah, B Logistics, he's a good mentor, role model.
Yes.
I like his teachings.
So what advice would you give the people while we're wrapping this up, as far as what if they want to go down the route that you pretty much took, or what role should they take pretty much to get into compliance?
Research. I can't stand when somebody wants to offer something and can't even say the word for it. Like, how you gonna set up somebody's authority and you don't even know how to say BOC3, or you don't even know, like, so research, just being knowledgeable about what you're trying to do. You know, I understand everybody's got to get into the industry, but do your research. Like, spend as much time as you need to get comfortable with even just the wording and the not technology and the terminology. Just researching.
So you wouldn't say take you're more, it seemed like you're more about the researching versus the I guess the course, or you like pretty much both ways?
Because you need something to validate what you're going to learn, right? So if you research, you've gotten something from 5 or 6, 7 different sources. So when you're learning it, you're like, okay, yeah, this is pretty solid because I've seen it 7 times. Now you got people out there who will teach you some stuff and don't know what they're talking about. So you take a course and you're sold on that course, but it was built on, you know.
Yeah, I got you.
We speak truth over here, so you can say it, because some courses are just basics. That's why we always talk about mentorship. You get what I'm saying? So even when you take a course, you still need a mentor that done been through, that didn't hit those hiccups, you know, those ups and downs, and kind of lead you or help you maneuver through where you don't have those same hiccups. You get what I'm saying? Because like I said, Alice Good Energy course was, you know, but I went into the hot shot. I said hot shot was gonna be my equipment. So I mean, you know, and still, even with his course, you know, his people still need mentorship. You get what I'm saying? They still don't. You got to be in the fire. You know what I'm saying? So you can actually see. Yeah. You know, a lot of people are not, they visual learners, and they need to see what you actually doing and hear what you doing when you talking to brokers, how you approach things. You know, and that's why I always tell my mentees, to also read books. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Reading is fundamental.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
I
and
know
it's
my
no cap to nobody, real talk. But it's just these are facts.
far as myself, I would want to pretty much buy a course. That's why I was like, I want to ask for people as well, but I'm also kind of like asking for myself too, because I want to invest and I want to pretty much like when I'm talking to my drivers, like really be confident about certain things. Like I'm super confident about the load board. Like I know what I'm talking about when it comes to rates, load boards, and where I can send you. But I want to be just as confident as with the, compliance and stuff like that. So myself, I don't want to read. I'm not trying to research. I'm lazy. I got to pretty much invest. So with that being said, but I also vet people like Alex, Good Energy. I like his course. Even though it was a foundation, we still needed more. Not knocking him there, but I vetted him for like 4 or 5 months. So the same thing I would say to you is like if you said like, hey, take somebody's course, I'm just not gonna go pay for it because if it's $2,000 or $3,000, like I ain't got that money to waste. But I will vet them, check their fees, and see like, okay, TQL calling me this late. Oh, I got a driver that's stuck in Kentucky for a permit, liquor permit. I should have called you. But anyway, but yeah, that's another case of story. But yeah, I will vet that person. So going back to the original question, you already told who you took a course from and who you like. But what other advice if somebody is trying to take the course? Would you just pretty much tell them to do the same thing that I said, pretty much vet them, or what? So they pretty much don't waste the money. Because like I said, a lot of people don't want to pretty much read. I'm that person. I want to pretty much have it packaged up and then I'll read. I want to pretty much go here, and go there. I want it packaged up and then I want to have it. If you feel what I'm saying.
I get that, but you still want to, still have something to bounce that course off of or whatever you're learning. So I would tell somebody, yeah, if you're interested in taking a course, follow that person. Look at what they're doing, their website, check out their pages. How are they promoting information? What type of information are they promoting? For me, on mine, I try to promote changes. Anything that I come up with a date, I try to put it out there to say, hey, this is this. So, just checking out a person. If you want to take a course from a compliance professional, I would just say, like you said, follow them. Just check them out.
Okay. All right. Ebony, any closing remarks before we ask lovely Laura, does she have any closing remarks?
Definitely, Laura. My closing remarks is I'm always into partnership. I definitely would love to partner with you because I do get a lot of people asking me about how to get set up with their authority and things of that nature. And if they have any compliance issues, then I know that I can link with you and send them over to you. That's something that I'm big on, this partnership, because you can't do it all by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
With that being said, is it people you don't want us to send to you? Because I know I said, like, don't send me box trucks or
no,
or
I mean, yeah.
No, I'll take anybody. I mean, because I'm there at the startup stage, so I don't mind helping anybody. I've never turned away anybody. Well, there was this one client that just didn't understand how they needed to speak with me, that I couldn't do business with them. But I usually don't turn people away. I try to meet them where they are and try to help them through whatever they're going through.
Because I know I got somebody that I want to send you because I have a feeling they're going to be have a real problem. Yes. Any closing remarks that you have, Laura, to wrap it up?
No, I just appreciate you all for having me. Thank you for thinking highly enough of me to invite me on. Like I said, I'm about just trying to help people move the chains. I've had $10,000 taken from me just trying to learn something. So I try to be fair and just try to say, hey, I know you're just trying to get to the next level. What can I do to help? So I just encourage people to just figure out what you can on your own, not totally on your own, but put a little legwork in so you feel comfortable about the decision that you're making. Just because okay, I've read this, I feel it just kind of helps you make the decision, just knowing a little bit.
Before I let you go on that, because just that last thing is, I guess pretty much the $10,000, was that from, and you don't have to pretty much say who it was that pretty much from taking a course, I'm guessing?
Yes, that was my wholesaling. I was trying to get into the real estate arena, trying to do wholesaling, and somebody just needed $10,000 more than I did, but anyway, you got people out there like that, and that's why, like I said, it's good to do your research and kind of vet people. So.
Okay. Because I was going to ask, I guess, a jewel that you can drop to pretty much tell if somebody's faking or whatnot, but the biggest one is do your own research and vet people. So.
And that is the way you can tell if somebody's faking. So if you do not have their research, then you're not gonna know.
I'm lazy. I don't want
to. But that's what I tell CJ. Like now, I don't sugarcoat anything. So I ain't for everybody, right? Yeah. But I will give you the transparent that you need, whether you want to hear it or not. Because the facts are the facts. We all know that everybody needs mentorship. I got a mentor right now. CJ does too. So when people trying to figure out they own crap and be cheap about it. If you want to go into this entrepreneurship, you're gonna spend some money, and that's why I always preach credit. Get your credit together. Mm-hmm. Build your business credit. Because you're gonna need for you to make you gotta invest some money to make some money. Everything's a risk. Everything.
Most definitely.
All right. We appreciate you coming on again. Sorry how it began, copy and everything. Hopefully I can make this into a good video, work my magic. But like I said, definitely appreciate you coming on. You dropped a lot of knowledge for myself. I'm pretty sure everybody out in the audience, Ebony. And like I said, just appreciate you again. This is another episode of Eavesdropping Knowledge.
Oh, I would love to come on again. Like I said, any questions about driver qualification files, anything that I don't mind sharing. So if you want to have something again, just let me know, and I would love to come back.
Yeah.
We definitely would appreciate that, Laura, and I'm definitely looking forward to connecting with you.
Yes.
And getting that information and send that driver.
I got you. What was
DM some I guess some newsletters I need to read. I'm dead serious. I take all the information I can get. Seriously.
Okay.
But no, we appreciate you again.
Appreciate you, Laura. Thank you so much for blessing us.
No problem. Y'all follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, all that stuff. Because I just try to post information that stays that's relevant. So that's my job. Is just to help inform the masses.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I'll talk to y'all later.
Talk to you later. Bye, Laura.